Happy Monday, 9:15 from now on, again. So there's a guy that hangs out here once in a while on Thursday night for his 12-step program, and I call him Saint Stu because, in fact, yesterday he was the saint of dollar bills and egg money, but he sends me little quotes, and this one was particularly touching to me, our quote for the day. It says, when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond to what's happening, because that is where your power is. Good stuff. Nothing more to say. That's it. I was thinking of all the stuff in the world that we can't control, and I'm sure for each one of us it's different, but in fact, I think most of the stuff that goes on in our life, we can't control. I was just thinking about like the weather, when you have a wedding or an outdoor thing and you want to make sure the weather's okay. Well, can't do much about that. And even yesterday, I talked about the power of the word thank you. And we have the power to say thank you, but we don't have the power to control how people are going to respond to us. And whether it's things in our family, I think of my family and my special needs son and all that stuff. There's so much about my family I can't control, and I shouldn't. Ukraine, the violence, the stuff going on around us. There's so much we can't control, but I can control the way I handle it and the way I respond. And that is where our power is. In the last 2.5, going on 3 years, I've learned a lot about the human spirit. It's about time. And also learned a lot more about Jesus. And a lot of that is because of you, because you've challenged me to talk about Jesus, to pray to Jesus. And as I think about what Jesus did, I realize Jesus did not have control. I think we sometimes think that because Jesus is our Savior, that he controlled what he did and what happened, and he didn't. Jesus responded to things that he couldn't control. He responded to somebody's needs when he healed, when he fed the 5,000, when he spoke. He was responding to the needs of others, and he didn't control how other people felt, but what he did control was how he responded to them. And I'm thinking, that's the way we need to be. That Jesus' power was in his response. In many ways, Jesus' power was in his lack of power. It's like it says on the church sign, we need more grace. That his power was in the grace he showed people who needed him. I think of myself, and man, I realize how flawed I am in so many ways. And I realize too that sometimes as the pastor of the church, I've tried to control the church. Like I try to control how many people come to stuff. I want to make sure everything is successful. And that's not very pastoral. That's not the way a minister should be. I was even thinking about this this past weekend. On Saturday, we said goodbye to Bill Torsberg here. The church was packed. We sold some mums on Saturday and Sunday. Yesterday we had the Civil War band, and you know how possessed I was about making sure there were enough people. And tonight I have a funeral for somebody I've never met. And I've discovered that how much our church means to so many people that don't go here. I realize that our church is a special place, but it's not because of how many. It's special to many people who just know it's here. And I guess one of our gifts is that we are always open to those who aren't members, that don't go here. And I discovered with the funeral, with the open door in the garage, with what happened yesterday, that this church is an oasis for a lot of people. And it's not about how many. It's not about being successful. It's just about being true to your calling, which is what we need to be. You need to be true to yourself. I need to be true to myself. And I guess success is just being honest with who we are and not trying to be something different. Yes, I've learned that to be the church, It's not controlling the church. The most important thing is to be the church, to be that gentle, loving, forgiving, open-door voice to anybody who walks in here. So I thank you, St. Stu, for letting me know and letting us know that we cannot control what's happening. We can control the grace and the goodness that we bring to the world that we can't control every day. And I guess Jesus teaches us that, and people like St. Stu do too. Anyway, it's great talking to you. I look forward to seeing you or talking to you at 9:15 on Wednesday. God bless.